Hey friends, it's Alex Play, Don't Overplay. You know what I've been thinking about lately? Leaks. In the gacha community, they're this weird mix of the most toxic thing ever and also one of the most useful tools. Some people are like, without leaks, I can't plan my polls. Others go, leaks kill the whole vibe and ruin the surprise. So here's the big question. Will Arknights Endfield have leaks? Or will the devs actually manage to shut that down for real? Let's talk it through. Get comfy, pour yourself some tea, and let's go. So, leaks can be genuinely useful, let's be honest. They don't just let you peek at what's coming in future updates, more importantly, they help you plan your next moves in a gacha. Should you save or spend? Pull now or wait? Hold out for that next must-have character, or maybe even a weapon. From that angle, leaks are a huge advantage for a lot of players. But there's a downside too. Spoilers, for the story and for a bunch of other in-game moments. And that's exactly why gacha communities almost always split into two opposite camps. Let's call the first camp the HoYoverse or Genshin Impact crowd. Basically, fans of that whole developer ecosystem. Because as we all know, in that scene, pretty much everything gets leaked. And really early. Most of the time, you already know what's coming 1 or 2 patches ahead. Which characters are on the way, what banners to expect, sometimes even story beats, twists, and major events. And a lot of players actually love that. They wait for leaks, they follow leaks. And it's no surprise there are entire pages, channels, and communities built specifically to post them. And yeah, like I said, it makes planning your polls way easier. But here's the interesting part. The devs benefit too. Leaks basically become a giant early feedback machine. Developers can see the reaction to upcoming content in advance, adjust things to match what players want, and let's be real, make more money in the end. The second camp, both players and developers, is basically everyone who doesn't like leaks. A good example here is Kuro Games and their title Wuthering Waves. In that ecosystem, leaks are rare, and if something does slip out, it's usually right before the patch drops, and it's nowhere near as huge or detailed as what you see in the first camp. This approach has a clear upside. It keeps future updates mysterious and exciting, and it avoids spoiling content. But there's a trade-off too. It makes planning a lot harder. Do you pull right now, or keep saving for some potentially amazing character later? You're basically making decisions with way less information. Still, a ton of players are totally fine with this style, and honestly, many prefer it. So I decided to figure out which camp is the Enfield community actually in. I ran a poll, dug through other community pages and groups, and I came to a rough conclusion. It's basically split 50-50. Some players are already asking for leaks and joining leak-focused communities. Others are saying the exact opposite. No, we don't want leaks. So yeah, pretty expected. 2 camps again. Okay, that's the players. But what about the Enfield developers? What do they think about leaks, and how do they feel about them? Because in the end, they're the ones who decide whether future updates will start leaking early and easily, or stay locked down until the very last moment. From what I've been able to find, Hypergryph's stance on leaks is pretty strict. There are official statements where the company talks about investigating leaked, unannounced content, and they straight up say the leak came from a partner. They even ask people to email them any information about leaks, and they mention rewards for key leads. Now, to be clear, that situation was about their previous and massively popular tower defense game, Arknights. But if you look deeper into that whole story, the impression is pretty obvious. They don't approve of leaks at all. And when it comes to upcoming updates, new content, future plans, it feels like they're absolutely willing to tighten the screws and crack down hard. And sure, if you read the terms for closed betas and test builds, it's the usual thing. You're not allowed to share anything. But honestly, that's standard for almost every game, and it usually doesn't stop leaks anyway. Just remember Genshin Impact at launch. HoYoverse tried really aggressively to shut leaks down. There were reports about legal action, even court cases, and yet leaks still happened. They still happen now. So a lot of these official anti-leak statements from companies, let's be real, they're often more about PR than actual results. And here's the interesting part. Endfield leaks already exist. We've seen info about upcoming banners, weapons, even multiple banners ahead, plus bits about gameplay systems and features of future locations. Yeah, the details are blurry and it might not be 100% accurate, but still, a leak is a leak, which means things clearly aren't perfectly locked down on Hypergryph's side. So that leaves us with 3 possible scenarios. Scenario 1, controlled official reveal. We won't get a full leaks 3 patches ahead machine like HoYoverse. Instead, it'll be official info only. A stream, a teaser, a dev updates closer to the patch, plus short announcements. Basically the same style they're already using with dev communications. Scenario 2, the compromise, what a lot of players want. The devs start doing a mini roadmap for the next 1 to 2 patches. No story spoilers, but something like who's coming next and what their role is. That's exactly what many players have been asking for. Just give us an outline without plot spoilers. Scenario 3, the hard crackdown. If leaks start causing real damage, they push back harder. Tester bans, active takedowns, investigations, the whole package. And to be fair, Arknights has already used that kind of toolbox before, like I mentioned earlier. Personally, I'm leaning toward the idea that leaks are going to happen no matter what. They probably won't be as massive or as detailed as the HoYoverse style leak machine, but they also won't be as tightly locked down as what we see with Wuthering Waves. Most likely, Hypergryph will try to keep Endfield closer to that second camp. Fewer leaks, more official announcements, and a hard line against anything tied to non-public materials. But in reality, when a game has a huge community, and Endfield's community is genuinely massive right now, controlling leaks becomes insanely difficult. Genshin's community already proved that once. Alright, that's pretty much it. Now I'm curious, how do you feel about leaks? Do you look forward to them? Do you want Enfield leaks to be a thing, or would you rather play with 0 spoilers? Drop your opinion in the comments. I really want to see where you stand on this. That's all from me today. Hope you enjoyed these thoughts. Kind of a thinking out loud type of video. And if you did, make sure to subscribe. This was Alex Play, Don't Overplay. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye bye.